What's up guys, FM Campbell here, welcome to episode number 27 of the Aston Villa series. Let's get straight into it as per usual. We left you after the West Ham game where we drew 1-1 in a last minute Mark Noble penalty that got the equaliser for them. We moved on to the Europa League. We lost our first game in the Europa League 1-0. We lost to Hamburg. Johannes Wirtz scored in the 89th minute, so again robbed of a last minute winner, which has happened quite a lot recently. I'm looking back at the Reading game where Karani got an 86th minute winner. I'm looking at the West Ham game, obviously, who got Mark Noble got a last minute equaliser. So that meant that we finished top of our group and we progressed to the first knockout round against Toulouse FC, which is the French outfit from League One. Look at their home, away and third kit, by the way. They're all so bloody similar. How would they work that out? But it's like, oh, okay, well, we wear purple and white for our home kit. Okay, what do you wear with your white kit, your away kit? Oh, we wear white and purple. What about your third kit? Oh, you know, sort of black and purple with some white on it. So, yeah, very, very strange, that one. But, yeah, we do draw them in the first round. We are away in the first leg and at home in the second leg. Hopefully we can progress. I do think we can do quite well in this tournament because we've done so well last year. So we'll see how we go. There are some big teams still in it, and there will be some big teams, I'd imagine, joining from the Champions League in the next couple of rounds. So after that, we played Stoke in the league and we drew 1-1. This is probably our worst run of games all season. Memphis Depay with a goal and then Mark Wilson with a penalty in the 58th minute. Made it 1-1 against Stoke. Finally, we got a couple of wins under our belt in the league. Burnley, we beat 3-1. Torvin with 2 and Lukaku with the penalty in the 19th minute. Ashley Barnes with a consolation goal for Burnley. We then played Leicester away at the King Power Stadium, beat them 4-1. Lucas Romero with a penalty. Penalties galore at the moment. Icardi with 2 and Jonathan Silva with 1. Then we beat Cardiff at home 3-1. Memphis Depay, Torvin, Balanta, and then Peter Whittingham got a last minute consolation goal for Cardiff. That was at home at Villa Park. And then we've just drawn as well against Swansea. Gaston Guerrero with a goal in the 27th minute and then a Husty equaliser in the 59th minute. This is where it leaves us in the Premier League. We're still top of the league, now by only 4 points. They have climbed back some of the points that we were ahead. I think we were 5 or 6 points in the last episode. Lukaku is still in third with the top goal scorers with 11 goals. Memphis Depay, Jonathan Silva and Oliver occupy 1, 2 and 3, the first, second and third spots in the average rating. Most assists, Oliver drops down to 4th place with 7. So they have caught us slightly. We've got quite a few big teams on our trail. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea and United. City are not doing too well, neither are Tottenham. But other than that, it's pretty much this sort of order I would expect it. Maybe QPR, Hull and Newcastle are quite high. Swansea are quite low. And obviously we're a lot higher. But we've still got that really good goal difference. Arsenal have kind of kicked into gear a little bit lately with getting their goal difference up to plus 20. We're plus 28. A couple of the draws would have really affected that. We've still only lost 1 game in the league, but I'm still predicting that sort of stretch where we have a really sort of bad set of performances, maybe some injuries, and just get FM'd a couple of times probably. So we'll go to the notes and I'll update you as to what's been going on over the last month. This is obviously, I'll order this, I write and add to my notes as the month goes through, so there may be some sort of where I dot into some subjects and then dot back out and go back into them again. John Flanagan's been moaning, he wants to go back to Liverpool, saying about how it's his boyhood club, blah blah blah. I don't know why he's moaning, to be honest. They let him go. Simple as that. He's come to. They let him go. He's come to us for really, really cheap, relatively cheap. How much did we sign John Flanagan for? 2.3 million. He's our backup right back to Corchia. So yeah, they let him go really cheap, and now he's moaning about them wanting him back. What else has been going on? Arsenal want Grealish. He's been sort of not moaning, but he's been saying like, I'd like to go to Arsenal, and I said, no, you're not. They haven't even bid for you, stuff like this. And he's going, oh, okay, yeah, I agree. So, but yeah, other clubs are just wanting so many more players, and it's starting to affect morale and form a little bit. I did talk about that loss and the 2 draws in the league to Hamburg, and then obviously the 2 draws that we had as well. Flanagan still wanted Corchia, Balanta, Phil Jones, Grealish, Depay, Icardi. A couple of others throughout the month as well been sort of wanted and then not wanted. Depay is now happy to stay at Aston Villa. I think Obviously, I mentioned in the last episode about how he was moaning about going to Arsenal. Arsenal have actually sort of claimed their interest, so they're not interested in him anymore. So that's probably the reason why. So at one point, I think we had 12 players in the first team that were wanted by other clubs. Absolute nightmare. Going back to what I said about penalties, we actually gave penalties away 3 games in a row, which isn't great. Also, I did mention in the last episode, I'll tell you who we got in the FA Cup. We have had a very, very nice draw in Hednesford. So yeah, at home as well, which is great. So we should be winning that comfortably. I don't expect them to have too many shots at all on goal, which would be really, really good for us. Get the morale back up for all these players being wanted by the clubs. They're in the Vanarama Conference North, so that tells you how far down they are. That's what Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, Vanarama Conference, Vanarama. So they're 5 tiers below us. So if we don't win that, I think I'll retire. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I started to have a look at some of the players that would be realistic for us to go and get, especially some of our scouting reports and whatnot. And players like Radamel Falcao would be extremely interested in joining Aston Villa. We would never go for him because he would warrant too much of a wage and it costs way too much to get him. And he's probably about 30 years old now. But that just tells you the level that we're starting to hit. We're top of the league. We're progressing well in the Europa League. We've got a nice draw in the FA Cup. The only one, obviously, is the Capital One Cup, which, again, we always have a shocker in one of the domestic competitions. The Capital One Cup, 3-2. We lost to Leicester earlier on in the season. I'd like to try and aim to do better in the FA Cup. Maybe try and hit a quarter or a semi-final this time. I forget what we're targeted for the FA Cup. Poor in the Capital One Cup. What is it? Reach the 6th round, which is the round before the quarterfinals. So if we could hit the quarterfinals or semi-finals, I'd be absolutely over the moon. Garbutt's been moaning about lack of first team football, which is really, really confusing because he has been rotated into the squad quite often. Let's have a look at him. We're still slightly concerned about his first team football. He's had 10 starts and 1 sub appearance. Bearing in mind we've played 18 games. So he is getting game time, so I don't know why he's moaning. So I told him to shut up a couple of times and to get on with it, or to say that I'll give him a chance. So yeah. Later on in the month, Chelsea wanted Icardi. In regards to the Europa League draw against Toulouse, if we win, we will play either Victoria Pilsen or Stuttgart in the next round. I'd prefer Victoria Pilsen, but Stuttgart are the better team. Chelsea wanted Icardi, as I said, later on in the month. Mosquito and Enrique have returned from loan. We'll probably look to loan them out next month, obviously in the transfer window. Couple of players that we've gone for on Bosman's. In's probably a better one. I've got to try. We've basically offered loads of players. Well, some of these are obviously frees, but a couple of players to note. We've gone for Brian Rebello. That's now agreed. He joins on the 1st of the 7th, 2017. He joins at the end of the season. I think we can make some good money on him. He's only 22 years old, central attacker midfielder, quite versatile across all front 4 positions. So we'll see what we can do for him. He's got reasonably good ratings. His major concern probably he does want to leave, so it's quite a no-brainer really. So he's set to sign at the end of the season. He's the only player that we've actually agreed to sign at the end of the season as of yet. We've made some approaches on a couple of players. We're going to see if we can get them at the end of the season, but we'll see how we get on. I'll see if I've got any in here that are to note. No, we don't want history. Transfer centre. Can we show filters? Status, contract, confirm. This is what we want. Go away. Are these all this is like some of the regens we've got joining and stuff. Yeah. So confirmed contract. So here we go. These are the ones that we've offered deals to. Jean-Marie Dongu. We've put a bid in for him from Barcelona. He's got really reasonably okay potential. Really, really young at 21 years old. He's a striker, quite versatile as well. Good finishing, and I would need to work on his composure. But my best guess is he will probably opt to stay at Barcelona because he's a fan of Barcelona, and he was quite expensive. So we'll see what's going on. Esteban Famia. we've gone for this guy. Look at him. Look at him. 17 years old striker, finishing 16, technique 16, heading 16, dribbling 17. Only 17 years old. He's underbid, but Atletico, Real Madrid and Roma have all also gone in for him. So I mean, when Real Madrid come into consideration, are you really going to want to join Aston Villa? Let's be honest. So we'll see how we get on with that. But he's a really, really good player. I'd love to sign someone like him. Liam Pelletier, we've put a bid in for this guy. 17-year-old left back. Do need to work on his tackling. But he's got okay stats across the board. He's got reasonably good potential. If we don't he's probably going to not fail a work permit anyway. But if we don't get him into the first team, well, he'll be a money maker. Another one is Roberto Firmino. This guy's unreal. 25 years old, central attacking midfielder from Hoffenheim. He's obviously gone to Liverpool in real life. He's underbid, but Galatasaray and Roma are both coming for him, and I do believe that Hoffenheim are also trying to offer him a new deal as well. So there's a lot of players in here: Zenit, Roma, Inter, Galatasaray, Dynamo Moscow, Monaco, and ourselves. So he's got options, so it's going to be a struggle to go and get him, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's all the players that we've gone for at the end of the season. Obviously, we've got probably a couple more players to look at over the next month or so. The transfer window's coming up. Will we try and sell somewhat people? Will we try and loan people out? Will we try and buy people? Let me know what you think. We'll go to the current squad. Where do you think we need to improve? We've got 2 for every position: 2 goalkeepers, 2 right backs, 2 left backs, 4 centre backs, 2 defensive midfielders. It says that, but we've got someone that can play there naturally. 4 central midfielders. We've also got 2 central midfielders, 2 defensive midfielders, 2 attacking midfielders. That's what we've got at the moment. We've also got a couple more central midfielders around the team. We've got 2 left wingers in Torvin and Depay. Grealish has been playing on the right along with Everton. And then up top we have Kano, Lukaku, Lacazette, who we've been playing. He's our first choice inside forward on the right. Then we've got Icardi, Lukaku and Kano as our striking options. So where do you think we need to improve? Let me know. Get your comments in below. Remember to leave a like if you've enjoyed the episode. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Don't forget about the Building a Force series, which is starting to come into its own. It will eventually be the main series on the channel after we win the Champions League with Aston Villa, if we do. And then also, don't forget to check out the World Network game, which is I love it, absolutely love it. I literally, when I'm not playing FM or when I'm not doing anything for YouTube, I am thinking about the World Network game. That's just the way it is. I love it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on Monday for what will be episode number 28, and we'll have some updates of what's been going on in the transfer window. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.